Hello again. Welcome to YouTube channel. If you would please put your palms together for a meditation reading. The real way of happiness is the way of giving rather than happiness in receiving. It is the life of always giving, loving, sharing, and the enjoyment of work that is always creative and has no end. Chapter on Happiness from the book Everyday Suchness by Reverend Gyomei M. Kubose. If you would please join me in Gasho. Namo Amidavas, Namo Amidavas, Namo Amidavas, Namadavas, 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 Namadavas. I like to follow up on the results of my 10-year-old friend Logan and his sales at the festival. He had plant starter kits that included the pot, and they had included the soil and a choice of seeds. In addition to these kits, he made personalized bracelets. And by personalized, I mean he spelled out a fruit like orange or blueberry or strawberry. And he would match the beads. He would match the beads to the fruit that he spelled out. And as his role of salesperson, he would tell everyone his name, explain the contents of his kits, and he would spread the seeds on the table and let the buyers choose what they wanted. And he always thanked them at the end. He manned his own booth or table. He took breaks when needed and always came back to his products. He took responsibility for his actions. He was told he had to donate back to the temple. He was not ever told how much to donate. And in his own way, 10-year-old mind, he did give back. With his profits, he bought his own raffle tickets and he won a prize. He bought his own food. He wanted to treat his 2 new friends to a shaved ice, but they weren't anywhere to be found. He bought a plate to put his bracelets on, and he found and bought a solar-powered fortune cat to decorate his table. And there were many, many people who asked if they could buy it from him. And he said no. So Logan also, which was very sweet, bought me a trinket to put on my cat, Shunky. He thought it was a cat collar. And he said, give this to Sensei, and she can put it on Shunky. But the kindest gesture that he made was he wanted to buy a dinner for a single person. And there were so many people who wanted more than one ticket. But he waited and he waited for that single person. You know, when he bought his own food and he happened to go up and he was $1 short. And I happened to be standing there, and so I told Logan, I'll lend you $1. And he said, okay. And so I didn't think anything of it. But when he closed his shop, he handed me $1 bill. I forgot about it. And I said, what's this? He goes, you lent me $1. I'm paying you back. So the donation he did make to the temple came out of his profits. And yes, he did get something in return. But he's 10 years old. He doesn't quite understand. But let's not forget, we were like that also. But he was his own keeper. And he took responsibility of his actions without prompts or suggestions. And his donation was out of his profits and not from Granny or Auntie. You know, we are very proud of him. He did a good deed. He had good intentions and was kind and thoughtful to so many people. It is Namo Amidabasu, our Nembutsu, in thankfulness, gratitude, and appreciation to Logan's mom, Granny, and Auntie for raising a thoughtful, generous, and kind 10-year-old child. If you would please join me in Gasho. Namo Amidabasu, Namo Amidabasu, Namo Amidabasu, Namandabasu, 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 Namandabasu. And thank you for listening.